An award-winning idea to improve bus travel for visually and hearing impaired passengers is on the next step of its journey to become a working prototype. Back in March 2015, 17-year-old Daria from Bilborough College in Nottingham won the All Aboard competition, which took place at the Big Bang Fair at the NEC in Birmingham. Her idea was for a wristband that vibrates when a passenger is close to their stop. The Transport Systems Catapult and the Department for Transport set up the competition. Daria's idea will now be taken to a small or medium-sized technology company to be turned into a prototype product. Daria explained more about her idea.
It's a simple wristband which will be worn by visually and hearing impaired users. It will vibrate before the stop they want to get off at. Also, a reminder will pop up on driver's screen, which will remind them that the user needs to leave the bus, so they can provide any help the user will need.
The competition judging was led by Baroness Kramer, who was Minister of State for Transport at the time.
The really creative people are the 14 to 18-year-olds. If anyone can think out of the box and come up with a new idea, it's going to be this generation. They understand the technology. And one thing I've loved about this competition, there are now a lot of young people who may well be leading engineers, designers, architects in the future, who, because they've had the chance to think about disability with this competition, now know that they will always make sure they think about it in the work they do in the future. I think that's incredibly exciting.
14-year-old Matthew Golding from Outward Grange Academy in Wakefield was a runner-up in the competition.
In terms of transport, yes, I actually hadn't considered it before I learned about this competition, how blind and deaf people used public transport. I was a little surprised, actually, a little taken back, like, oh, I hadn't considered that before. Actually, this is a major problem. This should be immediately fixed.
The importance of listening to the ideas of younger people was also echoed by another one of the competition judges, Corbin Adler from Mobile On Board, a company that specialises in innovating and supplying technology to the public transport sector.
From my perspective, it's all about giving young people the opportunity to feel free to innovate and help them develop their ideas rapidly. And that's kind of what we specialise in doing. Innovation has to be rapid. And then it's a case of feeding that into the industry and enabling them to start taking in those ideas and developing how that could benefit their businesses.
Also on the judging panel was Teresa Marini, a music producer, composer and bass player. Improving transport accessibility is a subject close to her heart, as she also has a hearing impairment. She praised the simplicity of the winning idea in the competition.
For me, I just think, wow, yes, there should be some more products like that where it just provides more personal and discreet options for people to access information that they need. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated, especially if you're travelling. You want a quick, accessible information.
The judging panel also included Lord Lowe of Dalston, who is Vice-Chair of the Royal National Institute of Blind People. He praised the way the competition is designed to take the winning idea forward to development. He was also impressed with the way that Daria's wristband is designed to operate discreetly.
It was also a personal solution. It didn't have to interfere with the whole of the bus. It just alerted the visually impaired or deaf traveller themselves. And I think this competition is quite a creative way of trying to break through that logjam which exists in the way of research being taken forward and implemented.
Baroness Kramer explained what happens next with Daria's award-winning idea.
This is definitely going to go to another stage. The Transport Systems Catapult has said they will put up to £100,000 of development resource so this can be taken to a prototype. They'll try and work with a local small business to be able to do that. So this is not just an idea that's going to sit on paper as an interesting idea. This is an idea which will get carried forward, and hopefully it's something that will start changing people's lives in the not so distant future.
And competition winner Daria says the initiative has helped to highlight that her generation can make an important contribution to shaping our future.
I think it's important that people our age are asked for their opinions about technology and other systems, because we have ideas and we are creative, and the ideas can always be taken from us and made into something with a future which can change the world.